Okay, welcome to the stream. The room is open, by the way. Uh, yeah, I just checked the challenge mode again. I feel like I'm losing my mind because I keep faking myself out on whether or not it's going to be happening tonight. But I think it's supposed to be happening tonight, considering the menu says it should be. I hope that's accurate at this point. Okay. Oh yeah, I watched that Vinesauce stream as well.
Oh. Yeah, half sword.
Yeah, what was such an interesting game.
The Germa simulator.
Yeah. There were a lot of funny comments about it too under the video.
Yeah.
Pretty great.
I like how Vinny just keeps on talking about how much of a psychopath he has to be.
Yeah.
Like in that game, and he just keeps on just mutilating bodies.
Yeah.
He's like, no, I'm just making sure they're dead or just whatever he's saying.
Gosh. Yeah. Also, Goblin America, is that what that one was called?
Oh, yeah.
That was actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
There was a lot more to it than I expected. The video was a big fan.
I like how Vinny's like, that's now my second most anticipated game.
Oh.
I like how it's like, he's like, chat, no, they're not going to do Goblin 9/11. Well, I know it's a real possibility in this game.
I heard there was Goblin John Wilkes Booth, so... Hey, Sleepy, how's it going? Sorry for the weird conversation on your way in. Oh, are you in the room yet, Jacob, or is it not?
Oh.
Not fine.
No, there you go. I'm joining now.
Oh, okay. How's it going, Sleepy? Are you going to join us for the challenge mode that starts in 30 minutes, I think? Oh, you're going to the Splattershot Pro. That's a good one. It's a good gun. I think
that's worked well for me last week.
Yeah. I think that's one of the... It's between this NZAP and that gun for the ones I have the most leveled up. Didn't even know there was one. I saw the title though. Yeah, I was I was sitting waiting for the at the beginning when they just have the announcements when you start the game. Stream number DOS, let's go. Wait, what? What are you talking about? How's it going, Leet? Stream number DOS. Okay. Stream dose. Oh, good, hooray for 2 frame streams. I did the same thing yesterday as well, but both of them were early in the day. It's been pretty crazy. It's been nice to have so much downtime, but at the same time I feel bad for just chilling. So I'm like, I'll just stream. Making my way through Dark Souls 2. Oh!
Yeah, how has Dark Souls 2 been?
It's been good. It's got some weird mechanics. And I could see why people would quit. There's a boss pretty early on that has, it's 3 enemies. And,
I think I didn't stop in the stream, but I was like hovering over the, you know how it autoplays?
yeah.
And they had like 3 big health bars and there's like 3 tall guys.
Yes.
Well, and I'm like, what is going on here?
I think that's one of the filters in the game. Because I
Yeah.
think people get there and they're like, oh my gosh, this sucks. And they quit there. Uh, just gonna play Lego with the wifey, but I will have you pulled up here. Nice, nice. So do you guys have your own world that you have in Lego that you're playing on? Haven't been back to the world that you made for the group. I need to check back in on it. It's been a while. If anybody's gone on there and messed around in it, I'll be way behind and confused as to what's going on. Oh, so there, yeah, the mechanics. There's one that sucks particularly bad. Every time you die, your life bar gets smaller.
Whoa! No.
No, but it's undoable. You can fix it, but it's so you use the equivalent of humanity to fix it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that it makes humanity just have a different level of use. And the problem is that they're still pretty finite and hard to find. And so your life bar can get smaller all the way down to half health. And then it stays at half health each time you die. But it's so painful. It's the worst. So yeah, that's one of the ones that I think would break people. And oh yeah, there's a stat that, and somebody had to tell me this. There's a stat that actually gives you iframes on your roll, and at the beginning of the game, your roll is like useless. You get hit out of it all the time, take damage, no matter like when you roll. It's bad. It's very bad.
So weird.
Yeah, super weird design choices. And yeah, trying to think of what other weird stuff there is. There's sort of a strange mix of stats that factor into being able to wield large swords. I found the sword that's based off of the sword from Berserk, and I can't wield it. And I'm like, wait, my strength stat's insane though. And I'm like, and also my endurance stat's insane. So it's not the weight. And then I started looking into it, and it's like, yeah, you have to level up these 4 different stats to be able to wield heavy weapons. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I thought it would be the same as in the other game, you know? Like, but for some reason it's shockingly different. Yeah, get him, get him. Get him. Get him. Okay. Oh. Nice.
I just need another clam.
Yeah, I was holding him off, thinking that a teammate would eventually come, but then nobody came.
Some clams that spawned behind me, I didn't see them where the camera was.
Oh, dang it. Hammer, man, the hammer.
They like their Berserk references because the DLC in 1 is the big Berserk reference.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you look at the cover art, it's just Artorias is just posing like Guts does with his sword. Because it's Artorias of the Abyss DLC.
Oh my gosh.
And then his boss fight. Yeah, I mean the story, not really, but it's just like aesthetically. It's like, yeah, he like wields the sword with one hand. He's got like one corrupted hand. He has he's associated with the wolf. There's like all these things. And yeah, if you just looked at the cover art, they just copied it basically.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yo, 69? What? What are you referring to, Sleepy? Was there a number on screen that I missed?
That was our score.
Oh, the score. 69, baby. Yeah, pretty nice. Pretty nice. Oh, wow. Our teammate went kind of crazy on the kills.
Oh, yeah.
And here I was, shaming him for not getting another clam in. My bad. Just yelling at him from the backpack to get good. he's carrying me around.
So I did finish Dark Souls last night.
Nice, and the DLC apparently.
Yes, and all the DLC, in which the DLC is far harder than the final boss.
Yeah, I heard the Artorias fight is pretty difficult.
And the dragon fight, Kahit, I think his name is Kahil or Kahit, is probably the hardest fight.
Man, yeah, I wish I played it, but I finished the game too soon.
It's kind of, you have to know where to get it. It's just back in that same cave. At some point, I'm guessing when you get the Lord Vessel, a little black void appears there, and you go up to it, and you just get a hand comes out and grabs you, and you go in. I'm guessing that's what happens. So you just have to go back to that cave.
It's so.
And then there's 6 areas and 4 bosses.
Oh hey Sid, how's it going? 6 areas and 4 bosses in the DLC?
Yep.
What the heck? I missed so much.
Yeah, it's a lot, and it's like a good 4 hours of content.
That's crazy. I need to go
good.
back.
It would maybe be worth going back.
I just don't know the best
you
way
can probably
to.
get through the game a lot faster.
In New Game Plus, can you level up your weapons more? 'Cause if not.
Yes. Oh, no. You are. You carry everything forward.
But can you level them further than they can be leveled in the normal game?
Oh no.
Oh no.
But there are a few items you can get that you can't normally get in the base game. I don't know if it would help you that much.
Yeah. Might take me
But
a
you can
while,
just
honestly,
continue to level up.
to get there. I guess I could try to bum rush straight there.
But Gwyn, it was funny because I went in there with Solaire.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know how long or how many times I'm gonna be doing this final boss fight. It basically I can tell you like the whole boss fight. He's like, he rushed at me, I dodged, hit him a few times, he went and grabbed Solaire. I'm like, no, you don't. Went hit him. He turns around, and I just did a counter attack 3 times, and he died.
Yeah, he was very easy.
And I'm like, oh, he was very easy to counter because
Yeah.
I did do a lot of countering in the game, and I just countered 3 times in a row. It was just like counter, hit him in the knee, hit him with my Great Knight Black Sword. Just did that 3 times, and he's dead. Yeah, that was my first drop from a Black Knight. And then I found out it was an overpowered weapon, so I scaled up my strength to use it. Like, it took me like 3/4 of the game to get there, but once I did, I'm like, switching.
Yeah. This sword seems really sick. I got one at the very end of the game, but I didn't use it because it wasn't quite as good when it was not leveled up as my fully leveled Silver Knight sword. So I was like, I'll stick with this.
So I had like a lot invested in strength, and endurance was like super. That hit the hard cap.
Yeah.
So that was up there. I think my HP could have still gone a long ways, but
Yeah.
wasn't as necessary.
I didn't. I focused on dexterity and strength, which is bad usually. Except it's good for specific weapon sets, which it scaled pretty well with the Silver Knight sword. Because it scaled with both.
Dexterity where I needed to get it for a few things, but it was far less than strength. But then I ended up doing a lot of sorcery at the very, very end because in the DLC you get black magic,
Oh yeah.
which is OP. Apparently in future games it's not nearly as OP. And then the boss weapon you get from the final boss in the DLC, the Catalyst, it scales. It has I can't remember if it's A. I think it's A scaling on strength,
Oh.
which is the only. Yeah, it's the only catalyst that, or anything that scales on any magic thing that scales on strength and not intelligence and faith. And I'm like, oh,
So you
I
can
guess
finally
I'm a
use a
sorcerer now part-time.
busted magic
Yeah.
weapon.
So I can use the busted black magic, dark bead, which just melts everything. And now it's way OP, and I can use the Manus Catalyst
So funny.
and just melt everything. Like I went to one of the Titanite demons, the one that respawns, and I just melted him with a few spells of dark bead. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's OP as all heck.
That's crazy. Oh, man, dualies, dude, dualies.
Did you ever go to Ash Lake?
Where is that?
That's at the bottom of the Great Hollow.
No, I didn't.
Okay, that's not DLC, that's base game, but it's an optional area. There's a black Hydra there, and then there's a big dark dragon that's a Covenant, and you can cut off his tail, he doesn't mind.
Oh, he doesn't mind.
But if you join that Covenant, I didn't do this because you have to like grind dragon scales, which is a pain to grind. You can like turn into a Scaly or something. I haven't looked it up. But you can turn into a dragon man.
Nice. There's so much more in that game than I could have ever found.
Yeah, but going through the Great Hollow is a pain.
Oh, I got 20 kills and I got Splata Sister. Wow. That was my best accolade. Oh, right, and got 21. Okay. I don't feel as bad.
Did you find Gwendolyn, that boss fight?
Yeah, in the Painted World? Is that the
No,
one?
no.
Or are you talking about...
That's not, no. I'm talking, it's under where you access the Painted World. There's like a bonfire under there. If you use a ring, you can find a hidden entrance.
No.
And then they're like, you're told to stop and you can enter a Covenant. But if you go through the wall, you find Gwendolyn, who's basically the one who's running Anor Londo. And you also, if you look in the lore, you find out the Guinevere. High spoilers. You can kill Guinevere. Because Guinevere is just an illusion that Gwendolyn put up. Because Guinevere is not actually there, and all Anor Londo goes dark. Because the sun's also an illusion there.
Oh.
And all the NPCs, most of the NPCs are an illusion too.
Wow.
Or the enemies are. So.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
But everything just goes completely dark.
I assume you did that then?
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I really need to go back apparently.
Yeah,
I wish
there's
it
a lot
didn't
of stuff.
force me to do Game Plus immediately.
Yeah. That's why whenever I'm like, no, I'm at endgame. Well, I got warned because of they happen to you, but
Yeah.
a lot of times in a game where I think I'm at endgame, I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure.
Make sure I get everything.
I'm getting funneled. I think the game I got burnt with that most was Metroid Fusion.
Oh. Well, what even happens in that one? I feel like I did everything before going.
Once you get to a certain point and it's not very clear, you get funneled into the end game.
Oh.
You know, luckily enough, it's a short enough game, especially once you've done it once. You can do it in a few hours.
Yeah.
So maybe that didn't hurt super bad, but still I was kind of kicked because I'm like, oh, I can't go back because it locks you off in the majority of the map.
Yeah, that's awful.
Once you hit a certain story section.
Still, that's one of the things that ticks me off the most about Ori and the Blind Forest was I missed one item in that tree section that gets flooded.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, well, I'm screwed. I'm literally just, that's the last thing I need to 100% the game. So sad.
Yeah, they fixed that in the update. Where you can go back.
That is good.
Or in the newer version of
That
it.
needed to be fixed. I'll hop out for a bit.
Yeah, I remember seeing that was like a big complaint that they addressed.
It's crazy. Okay, Sleepy, sounds good. We might see you later then. Thank you for the well wishes.
Did you save Big Hat Logan twice and then have him go crazy and naked?
No,
Naked
I
and
did
crazy?
not. Big Hat Logan?
Yeah.
Don't even know who you're referring to.
Oh. Well, he's a sorcerer. You first find him in what's the fortress place?
Oh, Sen's Fortress?
Sen's Fortress. You first find him there and you save him. He's the teacher of the other sorcerer you saved. His name's Big Hat Logan because he's got a big hat.
Fantastic name.
Yeah, and you learn a bunch of sorcery from him. Then he stays in Firelink for a while. And he's a big wizard guy, very much a Gandalf-looking guy. And then he leaves for the archives. And when you go through the archives, he gets put in jail again. You have to save him again. And once he goes out, he says he's going to research in the archives. So if you go back at some point, and it involves like leaving the game and restarting the game a bunch of times, which is annoying. I had to look it up because it was before I ended the game. Like, I never resolved whatever is going on with Big Cat Logan, and I'm glad I did because you get a bunch of crystal versions of spells, and he's like in this like little in between spot before you go out to the exit of the archives to where you go to the Crystal Gardens or whatever it's called, Crystal Cave. And basically, he's the one who gives you hints about what to do for the proceed to kill Seth or Seath, whatever his name is. The big dragon guy. And he's like talks about how he made himself immortal using the crystal and all this. So he starts researching that. And once you buy everything, if you quit the game and start back up, he starts laughing like crazy. Then you have to stop the game and start back up again. Then he's like, I don't know who you are. He's like, get away from me. Then you have to start the game again and restart back up, and then he's gone. And then you have to go back up to where you first fought Seath, where you couldn't kill him.
Yeah.
And he died. And he's there, and he's stripped all his clothes except for his hat. So he's naked, and he fights you, and you have to kill him, and that's how you get his hat, and you get the White Dragon spell or something like that.
The heck?
And then you have to quit the game again and start back, and you go back to where you found him in the archives, by where the exit is out of the archives, and you find a chest with the rest of his clothes.
What the heck?
Yep. Yep.
That's messed up.
So I don't know how I would have found out on my own without looking that up.
Yeah, that doesn't seem very sensical.
Yep.
It's got Cafe Quest vibes.
There's also the Sieglin quest end is kind of messed up. He's the guy in the onion head or whatever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I didn't see the end of that.
Yeah. If you let him proceed through all the areas, and then you see him in the fire, the demon temple or whatever, where he's like, I'm gonna go fight all these enemies for you.
I didn't see him there.
If you do that section. Oh, okay. He's like, I'm going to repay you if you've done all these other parts of the quest. Basically there, you have to do it where you kill almost all the enemies with arrows or something before jumping down there. So when he jumps down there, he doesn't lose more than 50% of his health. So you have to not kill them all, but do most of the work for him.
Yeah.
That's how you proceed to the next part of his quest, where you have to save his daughter, who's in like another one of those golden guardians right before the crystal cave. Then his daughter goes looking for him. You have to tell him where he is. She goes to Firelink, and eventually she says she's found him, and she has to tell him what happened to his wife and her mother.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Oh, if he goes hollow again, I'll just kill him again." You're like, "Wait, that doesn't make any sense." Because the lore of it, once you go hollow, that's kind of the end.
Yeah.
Wait, yeah, it didn't make much sense.
Huh.
Because, but then you go down and you find him at Ash Lake, and then he's dead, and she's like, "Oh, I had to kill him. He was hollow." And then, yeah, I looked up. A lot of people believe that she lied about that
Yeah.
and just killed him. So then you just kill her,
Wow. That's
and that's the end of that quest. So that's fun.
disturbing.
Yes, it's very disturbing. Most of the NPCs die.
Oh,
Not a lot of good ends.
Sid swapped over to Twitch. Heck yeah. Not a lot of good endings for anybody in that game, huh? I mean, yeah, feel so bad for Sif when you're fighting the wolf. You get the limping animation.
It gets even sadder if you do the DLC.
Yeah, I didn't, and I'm kind of glad because I was already depressed.
Well, because you find out what happened, why Sif is so protective of Artorias.
What?
But you get to use Sif as a summon in the final fight. Not against Artorias, but against Manus, who is like controls the abyss. So. If you do a certain, like, if you find a certain secret and then learn about what happened. I don't know if I should say anything.
Oh, okay.
But it involves finding the secret and then reading the item description.
Oh.
It's very sad.
I might get to that eventually. It was so sad. Yeah, apparently it gets worse. It gets worse if you do everything right.
It's very sad. And then it's even sadder if you don't do the Sith fight until after you do the DLC.
Gosh.
Which is very out of order because the DLC is so hard. But, so.
Man.
Yeah. The Khalid fight, I can't remember if that's what it is, the dragon. That's an optional boss fight.
Yeah.
And that's probably the hardest fight. But what's funny is the reward for that one is you get a ring that doubles your damage taken. It's just like, oh, of course.
Just self-harm kind of vibe.
Yeah, I feel like what kind of saved me to learning that fight faster than what it normally would have taken me is it's the fight that feels the most like a Monster Hunter fight.
Oh yeah.
Out of any other. Because the arena you're in is like this little valley with some waterfalls. It feels like one out of like Monster Hunter 3 or Try. And then the boss fight, its moveset is just like, yeah, this feels...
Very Monster Hunter.
It feels very Monster Hunter. Except for he has one move where he grabs you, like psychically grabs you.
Ah.
And then he puts an effect on you where you take double damage, which basically means he can one-shot you.
Fun.
It's fun. Yeah, it's very fun. And the tail cut on that one was miserable, but I got it.
Yeah.
And then he's extremely beefy, and he one-shots you like crazy, so it's fun. But you get rewarded with a fantastic cutscene.
Oh,
with
good.
an amazing NPC. So...
Well, I need to get back there then.
Then you also get an arrow, or you get a bow and arrow set. That is, if you thought the archers from Orlando were crazy and those were beefy, this one's like even beefy compared to that.
Dang.
Yeah. You have to basically mount the bow on the ground and just these giant arrows.
Comically large longbow.
Yes. It's one made for a giant.
That's awesome.
You have to have like a ridiculously huge strength staff for you to use it, but it's ridiculously powerful.
Nice. Whew, tough round. Tough round.
Yeah, so I mean, I would like to say don't bother with the DLC. You didn't miss anything, but you kind of did.
Yeah. I thought I'd be able to go back. But alas.
I mean, I wish they would do the thing like in other games where it's like you just rewrite a new save file with New Game Plus.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be nice.
But it is an old game, so I guess it makes sense why it's kind of locks you in.
Could have done that for the remaster.
Yeah. they could have done a lot for the remaster that they didn't do.
There's a lot of things in that. They did one thing though. I'm glad they did. Apparently, whenever you used items, you could never use multiples.
Oh wait.
There was never a list to use more than one.
Right.
Like when you're consuming humanities, or even worse, when you had to give humanities over to one of the characters for one quest, you had to do it one at a time in the original. This one you could just dump 30 in, because that's key for saving Solaire.
Mm.
That's also how you get the glowy armor,
Ooh.
which is very helpful.
Heard about the glowy
Because
armor.
I never got the skull lantern to drop.
Oh. I think it was just in a chest at the bottom. But maybe
Yeah,
it wasn't
apparently
in a
it's
chest.
there if it doesn't drop, but apparently it's supposed to drop for the necromancers, but
It
doesn't
didn't.
always.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's messed up. Yeah, the Tomb of the Giants is just not possible without some sort of light source.
Also, like the crawling, I guess they're called skeleton dogs. They don't look much like dogs.
Yeah.
Look like the lizard thing. Those things hurt so bad.
Yeah, they do an insane amount of damage.
Oh, and I got really ticked. I got invaded by an NPC spirit down there right before the final boss down in Tomb of the Giants. Killed them. Their armor set, their item pickup for their armor set spawned down below off the cliff. And they're bloodstained. And apparently that's a common glitch. Which just means, sorry, get it next run.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh,
Thanks.
that stinks. I mean, I guess it wasn't one I was going to use, but now it's just something I know I missed.
Yeah. Something more frustrating about it that way.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say about how like a lot of the NPCs don't have good endings. Even Solaire's ending where you save him, he's still depressed.
That's so sad.
So either he dies or he's depressed.
Well, I think depression's a better option in that case, I'd. It's rare that can be said.
You know what's kind of messed up though is I was looking up some of the better armor sets, and one of the better armor sets is Solaire's armor set that you can only get from killing them. I'm like, that's messed up.
That is.
Why is that one of the best armor sets?
Oh, something else too that's interesting in Dark Souls 2. There are a lot of invading NPCs, and you don't have to be human for them to invade. They invade whenever, and there's one towards the very beginning that is like busted for some reason. The scaling isn't working, and they allow you to get to a bonfire, and then on your way out of this like dead end, they force you into this NPC fight. And yeah, like pretty much any of his hits will kill you in one. Luckily his patterns are fairly predictable, so it wasn't terrible, but it was pretty mean. He appeared the first time and I was like, oh man, that's kind of crazy. I guess I must have had my humanity for him to show up. Well, at least he won't show up again. And then he showed up again, and I'm like, oh, I guess it doesn't matter. Just get invaded no matter what.
Yeah. Oh, also, whoever designed the Beta Chaos boss fight needs to have their boss developing privileges taken from him.
Yes, I actually researched that a little bit, and I think it was Miyazaki who was over the direction of the game. He said that that boss was his greatest disappointment in anything he'd done in Dark Souls. He was like, this is my biggest regret, was letting this boss get through.
Oh, and then there's the long walk back to get there.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Just the most likely get swiped off a ledge instantly.
It was.
You kind of gotta hope that sometimes it just decides not to swipe, and that's just kind of what you gotta hope for.
Yeah.
Like, thank goodness they had the kindness to at least make each section save of the boss fight.
Yeah.
Because I guess they knew
Doing it all in a row would be
yeah.
insane.
Oh my word. That
What a bad
what was
boss.
that fight? And they just stab a bug at the end. Yeah, I found out the best method was just go light armor, chart, and then just run with your shield out and just hope for the best.
Jeez.
Don't get in the loop of just trying to heal up if you're gonna die. It's just
Yeah.
gonna keep on swiping you. You can't heal up fast enough. Don't worry about having chunky armor. That's not gonna help.
Yeah. You'll just get slid into the abyss.
Yeah, so once I did that, it went better. But that's probably where I died the most. And had the most painful, just gotta go and run back here.
Yeah. It's very okay. You know what? It's fine that we lost. We get to go into the other game mode now.
Yep. We did pretty well overall.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
rounds.
Got quite a few kills. That's about all I can say for myself, honestly. I don't think I helped as much as I should have in the goal on that last one, especially. Overall splatter, oh no. Felt like I did terrible.
Ooh.
Okay, back out.
I got score booster.
Oh, the update. The update kicks us out, it's fine. The game already does that for us.
What a useful feature.
Yeah. Man, I really hope they do that
Look
even
at
when the
it.
game mode doesn't change. Okay, let's see. Swim it to win it. So I guess this happened back in September as well. I didn't read the instructions.
It's 1 p.m. in Japan right now, and it's technically Thursday.
Yeah.
It is because my system is. I'm on Dark
Japan
Souls
time.
time.
Dark Souls time. No, Miyazaki turned the car around. I don't want to go to Japan. Okay, the room's open.
Oh my word! I keep on hitting B, and like I did 5 times in a row. I was doing this earlier on the gotcha machine.
Oh yes. It messes you up so bad. I got the controls configured while I've been playing the second one so that it's Nintendo style, so that I don't have issues switching between games now. Oh.
Yeah, Lost Isla is an interesting place in general. Maybe Bed of Chaos and a bunch of dragon butts. So many.
The swim speed is kind of crazy. The movement. The schmovement. The downright groovement. No! I am having such a hard time. I feel like a brush in this mode would actually be pretty good. Wait, wait, is the on dry ground swimming? How does that look?
I think it might be
That's-
faster.
It's still, yeah, it's a little bit faster. Look. Gosh, dang it. I was swimming so fast and I swam straight into a roller. Didn't die though, somehow. Guess it's one of the light ones. No! And all they have to do is duck into the ink and then they get away just fine. No. Okay, I'm doing worse than I've done in a long time. Dude, I hate the reefer. I hate it so bad. Burn up, burn. Oh, the holidays are always rough for people with like specific diets. Sucks. You go to family parties and you're like, well, can't eat anything.
Yep.
Gluten is in a shocking amount of stuff, as well as dairy and meat. The one thing that doesn't have gluten, and I am ever so grateful for, is chocolate. Thank goodness. Thank goodness that doesn't rely
Unless
on
it's
some
a
sort of
malt
fun.
in it.
Unless it's malted. But I've never liked malt. Do you? Do you like malt flavoring?
I don't mind it.
I've never been the biggest
I haven't
fan.
like had it like a ton, but
Yeah. Go. Dude. Okay. Man, it's gonna be hard to go back to regular swim speed after this.
yeah.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
It'd be cool if oh no. If you could make custom modes where you can turn on a bunch of these features.
Yeah. Like the high jump and the high swim
Swim
speed. You know what? Just
and
make
the
it
lasers.
make it max every badge. Like everything's maxed. That'd be so cool. They need to do that for one of the challenges.
The
Okay,
match was not fully completed. Huh.
The room is back open.
Oh, you dropped?
Yeah.
So I guess I need to get out. Because I'm still in the room.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm out.
Oh, it said you were in a match. I was like, oh, maybe it's glitching. But
It was being weird. It didn't say people dropped, it said the match wasn't fully completed.
that is a weird error flag to throw. Oh, I've been having an issue lately. I'm pretty sure it's because my my operating system hard drive is almost full. But having this weird issue where my computer goes to sleep, and then when I try to wake it up, the computer sounds like it wakes up, but then it never sends anything to any of the screens. And so I can't, like, do anything. And so I have to, like, soft or hard reset it and to get it working again. So I cleared out my C drive, and it seems to be working maybe a little bit better. I'm not sure yet. I need to put it to sleep a few more times. But that's an issue I've never run into.
Weird.
Guess there's a certain amount of space necessary to boot, which makes sense, but at the same time.
My laptop's kind of a pain sometimes because it has a 100 gig solid state,
Yeah.
but most of the operating system and like the stuff that's just loaded on there, it takes up most of that.
Yeah.
So then it has a terabyte of just on the regular drive.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I try to cut most things. But so I usually only have like 18 gigs to work with on the solid state.
Man.
I just try to keep that available. Just some stuff on the desktop, try to move everything to the other drive. But I think that's why, like, when I boot up my computer, it starts up really quick. But if I try to get on any other drive, it takes a while for them to start working.
That's always the worst. Wow, okay. That was dominant. Holy cow.
Yeah. I felt like I participated. I am the #1 Splat Zone hero.
The #1 Splat Zone inker, baby. I guess our teammates did really well.
They just went in and just killed.
Oh, I didn't die.
You can, yeah, I guess you can just, if you ink it down, you can swim up in their base. Put pressure on.
Oh, it's kind of weird how it's not. Swim speed is not up in the lobby.
I wish it would be, because then you go back and you're like, no, it's not right.
Or at least give you some way to practice
This
a
is
little
not
bit
my
while you're
beautiful
waiting.
spin speed.
You might say, my God, what have I done? As the squids go by. Oh. Oh, a trade.
So we talked about the bed of chaos. How long did that take you?
It took me a little while, but honestly, it didn't take me too terribly long. I got really lucky. I think I got the 2 routes destroyed on 2 separate goes. And then it probably only took like maybe 4 attempts, which is too many, obviously, but like to literally just jump the gap and get in there. But
It took, once I stripped down to light armor, that's about how many it took me.
I kept myself light the entire game, so I may have been playing already with a light setup.
I mean, I got the left one, or I did the left one first, got that really quickly, and then the right one took a while, still was in heavy armor when I did that, shouldn't have been. Then the middle one, yeah, that's when I realized, okay, yeah, I can't keep on doing it.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was probably like 4 or 5 times before I went to light armor, and then it was probably another 4 times, but I got really close one time because it wasn't doing the swipes, I just misjudged the jump, I went like straight in the middle.
Oh,
You actually have to go like off to the right a little bit, and there's like a little, yeah, you have to jump to the right a little bit, or from the right. I just went dead center. I'm like, oh nope, that's not where you need to go.
Whoops.
And there was one of the rounds where he wasn't swinging like crazy.
Yeah, that was probably one of the worst bosses I've ever played. Like the worst design.
There, like it's just a little bug and just stab it. Like it wasn't even satisfying. But I'll take it. Just to end the pain.
Yeah, I was reading somewhere because I was thinking about which of the Souls-like games I would play, and I know a lot of people actually really like Lies of P, and I want to give it a shot.
Oh yeah.
At some point. But I was looking around a little bit, and I'm like, oh yeah, Sekiro. I definitely need to play that. And I saw I saw an article title that got me a little bit excited for it in a kind of almost masochistic way. It said like, oh yeah, all the other Dark Souls and the Souls-like games are really good tutorials for Sekiro, and I'm like, what? I was like, I really want to play it now to see if that's accurate. I have heard it's difficult, but that seems extreme. Especially with this terrible life-cutting mechanic in Dark Souls 2 that makes it sucky at points. Oh, also, one of the other things that got me too was I remember being impressed with the hitboxes and like hit detection in the first game. I was like, wow, a lot of games around this era, I remember having really weird, wonky hitboxes and hit detection where you would like swing a weapon and it might connect, it might not, even though you're right next to the enemy. And Dark Souls 1 was great for that. Dark Souls 2, I was swinging my sword at the beginning and I was hitting the enemy with the sword model, but it was not connecting. And I was like, wait, no, we stepped back. What happened? Who could have done this? Pretty messed up. They seem... It's just with a few specific enemies, I think, that it's bad.
Oof. Oh, I found out something horrible about Dark Souls 1.
What's that?
They had to patch it because it was so bad. So with the curse, originally the curse could stack.
What? So
multiple times to where you get to 1/8 of your health.
That is awful. I got hit with the curse once and I was in agony. That would be terrible. Oh, that's messed up. It was so funny. I was wandering around. I'm like, oh, pretty much all the enemies in Dark Souls 2 look different at least. You know, some of them have kind of similar-ish attack styles and patterns, but for the most part, they're all different. And then I ran into a basilisk, and I was like, kill it! Kill it quick! Don't get cursed! But I think the curse might actually be different in Dark Souls 2, because there is petrification in Dark Souls 2. And since they're called
It's-
a basilisk, you'd think that they
I
would...
know it's still the worst in 1. I watched something on it that they mentioned it, but I can't remember what the difference is. I just know that 1, even though they made it better, it's still the worst form of it.
Still awful.
Not that I think it's recommended to get cursed still.
Yeah,
But yeah,
but it's not as bad as in 1. Good to know.
yeah.
I don't have to be as anxious when I run into them.
Seems like Dark Souls 3 is far more connected to 1 than 2 is.
Yeah,
Um,
I think some people had an issue with that when it first came out.
there's a
Very
lot of
like us,
areas.
too.
I watched like a brief thing on it, and there's a lot of areas that are the same. And you revisit some locations, and there's some characters. There's one that made me very sad.
Oh,
I don't know if I should say. It's just a minor character.
you may as well.
There's Anor Londo. You go to where the blacksmith was a giant blacksmith, and he's just dead there.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so sad.
It's so sad.
I like that guy. He's one of the coolest NPCs. Also, speaking of cool NPCs, there are a lot of uncool NPCs in Dark Souls too, where
And they just
like I remember like my stream today, I think I called it "Everybody in Firelink was nicer."
yeah, I saw that. I
Yeah,
saw that
there
title.
are NPCs that like actively try to deceive you and are just all around jerks. Like,
They're all patches.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, like for example, there's this room at one point that you find, and there's like a seal in it, and it looks like the room can be rotated, but you are able to, for some reason the contraption doesn't move. And then at one point an NPC goes down there and starts and she sells miracles, which are basically magic spells.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh, well maybe one of my miracles will make it move." And you could go through the menus, and none of the miracles actually do that. It's just in the menu when you're talking to her, there's an option to tell her to rotate it, and you have to pay souls. It'd be like 2,000 souls, but it turns out that if you kill her, you can just rotate it yourself.
It's amazing.
So first she tries to trick you into buying her stuff, and then when you figure out that you can just tell her to rotate it for souls, like 2,000 souls, and then you find out that she's just lying the whole time, and you can rotate it yourself. Hey, Sleepy. Welcome back. That's pretty messed up. And then there are a lot of other people where if you back out of their store, they completely trash talk you and say like you're the scum of the earth, and it's like, wow, this is way worse than in Dark Souls 1. Everybody was just like, take care, see you later. And Dark Souls 2, they're like, you don't deserve what my wares, you scum. You're like, okay, chill out. Come on. I just don't have a magic build. Come on. I don't mean to be mean. It's just you don't have anything I want. I've not been doing well. 1 kill. Yes. Did it. It doesn't help that the disconnects seem to be higher on these challenge days.
Wonder why.
I don't know. Could be a function of the game mode, or just more people playing, maybe. It's bigger in Japan, all right. Or something, I don't know. It does feel more frequent, though. That said, it's a peer-to-peer system, so you'd think it wouldn't be burdened by a ton of people playing in Japan. You get a pretty good swim speed bonus with the drink, so I wonder if it's even noticeable in rounds. I haven't thought to check. It was funny. I don't think they're here right now, but somebody came to the stream earlier when I was playing Dark Souls, and I found Guts' sword, and I was like, yes, I've been looking for this, and I didn't say anything about Berserk. And then in chat they typed, oh yeah, Guts' sword, and I was like, oh my gosh, you know the reference? I'm not alone. It was just funny. I had a weirdly excited reaction over somebody knowing what Berserk is, which you think would be more common.
Yeah.
But no. Oh.
I need to send you the cover art for the DLC of one and how exact it is.
I need to see this.
It's pretty funny. I would say almost shameless. But it's pretty good though. I like it.
That's so awesome. I'll take any Berserk reference I can get.
I won't say any spoilers, but the last chapter one be very, very good.
Oh yes, it was fantastic.
Very good. I liked it.
Holy cow. It hit hard. It hit like a truck.
Yeah, yeah. It's masterfully done.
I feel like every chapter I'm like, oh no, I feel like I've built up a little bit of emotional armor. We should be good. No, not at all. No. No. All the specials. Okay. No. Thank you for avenging me.
Revengeance.
Nano machines. Oh. Making the mother of all omelets, Jack. The quotes. The quotes are so good. From Senator Armstrong. It's a hard squid light for us. Oh. I was going towards you, and I realized I was targeted by missiles, and so I ran away from you, hoping that they wouldn't hit you. And then I died to them, and then you died at the same time, and I'm like, no, it was all for naught.
Aw.
That seems unfair. I feel like we had it. Just a half second too late on that splashdown. Bummer. Well, I did not do great. Ooh. That challenge power is looking mighty inscrutable. Nice kills. Oh, I should switch weapons. I think I just need a change of pace to break my brain out of this this rut that it's in. This weapon should reward the swim speed boost quite a bit because it's close range. It's pretty good at close range. But somehow, I'm doing terrible. I've heard that according to Gen Z, which I may or may not be a part of depending on the year or day, depending on how embarrassing they are to be around, I've heard that it's widely considered that the thumbs up emoji is passive aggressive. What do you think? What do you
Use it
think?
all the time.
Yeah.
How they find this out? It's supposed to be a secret. I just thought it meant, yeah.
Dude. My mom thinks that? Oh no. That's even worse. Somebody who's not Gen Z thinking it. And Sleepy's out here in Gen Z using the thumbs up emote. I think it's so weird because I think it's just like a affirmative message received, you know, kind of vibe. But I guess not. It's like a begrudging, like, fine, I'll do it. Or something.
I'll look up to see what the new popular word is among the youth for next year. I'll look it up on January 1st.
Yes, good idea.
The new word that all the kids are saying that parents need to know is poggers. Poggers is popular among the children and is the newest word from parents surveyed that their kids are saying. Poggers. What an article went.
They are now saying cool beans.
They're saying epic a lot.
Yeah. Oh no. I feel like Poggers died a long time ago. It did.
It's more
It did.
outdated.
That's where Jacob saw a article at one point that was parents surveyed about what the newest slang term is, and what was it at the time?
It was sus.
It was sus, but
It
this
was
was
for, and it was for this year. It was
yeah,
for this year.
sus this year. So they were about, you know,
What's
like
the newest
2
slang
years
term?
off, 3 years off.
Yeah. I feel like 3 years off.
About 3, yeah. Dude, I'm pogging out of my gourd right now. I got overall splatter.
I did too.
Oh no. You know how bad I did that.
You can't hog all the fog.
Don't. I like the phrase I'm pogging out of my gourd though. It's so funny. I'm pogging out of my shorts right now, dude. I mean, the most recent meme slang that I've heard was sticking out your gat for the Rizzler. That was the most recent thing. But I'm sure there is more recent stuff. I'm just behind the times. That was like 3 months ago. That's ancient history.
You know,
What do I know?
just don't like things that go that I hear.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Have you heard that song? Perchance?
I didn't know it was a song. I've seen both those terms. I've heard Rizzler. Yeah, I don't fully know. I don't want to know. It's just
The
seems
next
very
the next line is "You're so skibbity, you're so phantom tax."
No.
No, wait, you're right. Yeah, I was wrong. Forget what I said. Officially redacted by Jacob.
Can I veto this out of existence?
If only.
That'll be my stand power. To remove cringe from the collective consciousness.
It would have to have a cringe name though. What would it be?
It is the Rizzler.
Rizzler. The activation phrase is just yacht. But it has to have some very specific restrictions. And
Is it a head
somehow,
coming out of a toilet?
yes, it's just a toilet with the head sticking out. Oh, shoot. No! Nice, another wipeout. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. No! Yes! What a roller coaster of emotions. Cool. Cute. I recommend Freerun, Beyond Journey's End. It's a good anime to watch. It's just nice, wholesome, good times. Until it's not. And then it's nice times.
Oh, so it's just less wholesome.
Yeah, the wholesomeness gets slightly removed at points. Yeah. It's really good though.
Oh, by the way, Astroneer is finally down to $50.
Really? Is it good on Switch?
Yes, it's supposed to be a good version.
Ooh. Tempt me, tempt me.
Just get in there.
I got the roller, but that was it.
Gosh dang it.
We had such a good lead too.
Yeah. You're just blocked out.
We threw it away. You know what? It's sad, but at some point I started listening to Christmas music and realizing that it's just objectively worse than most music. A lot of the songs that get played all the time. Northern Lion put it a good way. He said, you know what, people might clown on rocking around the Christmas tree, but at least it's trying to be a song. I'm like, yeah, you're right. You gotta put props on it.
I'll send you something that's truly will get that spirit of Christmas.
Ooh.
Short video.
Is it grunge?
Some wonderful Christmas music. Vinny sang 4 parts for it.
Oh.
It's not a joke.
That's crazy. Oh, I thought I stopped him before he threw the third one. Yeah, I shouldn't have been up there. Yeah. Nice. Good stuff. That's a satisfying win after that last loss.
Yep.
So, if you get a KO, is that when you get a stamp?
That's just when you win.
Oh.
Not positive.
Why do I have so few stamps then?
Okay, I sent you the video.
Oh, I heard it. I heard it come in. See? I feel like we won more than 2.
Ah. We've won 2.
No, no. Oh my gosh, this song. Wait, did he sing all of it?
He's saying Mario, Luigi, and 2 of the Toads. There's a lot of people who were Toads.
Oh my gosh. At first I thought it was just gonna be the short like beginning bit, and then the Toad Choir comes in and I'm like, oh shoot, they're doing it. They're doing it.
Yeah, he's in the credits at the end. Or in the thank you part.
That's awesome.
But yeah, Vinny showed that during stream, and then he later uploaded a part where it's just him, his part playing these songs. So.
Dang it. No! Split the ink. I splinked. Yeah, I didn't think that we were doing that bad. But I think our only 2 wins were KOs. So you could see how I'd be confused. This is awful.
Especially when you have some drop. You had 2 people drop.
Oh my gosh. I didn't realize we had 2 people drop. How long were both gone?
One for a little while. The second one just barely dropped.
Oh, okay. Wait,
But the cat paws, are they new items part of the catalog? Because I haven't seen them before.
there we go. The new items in the catalog?
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? At first I thought that we would be like sucked into this challenge mode so that we wouldn't want to do a salmon run at 10, but I'm still kind of, it's splat zones. Still kind of feeling salmon run at 10.
Yeah, we can do salmon run at 10. That's fine.
Unless this goes amazing, like if we get a couple KOs in a row, we're like, shoot, we gotta kind of hang in there, you know? Well, that's pretty much the only condition on which we stay in this mode.
Okay, I just looked it up. in order to access the DLC in Dark Souls, you have to place the Lord Vessel, which is what I thought.
Yeah.
But you also have to have killed the Hydra.
Oh. That makes sense why I never unlocked it then. I assumed it was some other condition. See, you need to just walk me through setting up that disgustingly OP build so that I could get through New Game Plus more smoothly.
Oh, in the Smo fight. Everyone calls him Smo, so that must be it. He must have been right the first time. That fight, Ornstein and Smo.
Yeah.
I ended up doing it, beating Smo last, and that was significantly easier.
Yeah.
Than Ornstein last. But I didn't intend for that. I had Solaire in there, and Solaire just completely wrecked Ornstein before I can kill Smo.
That's so funny.
One time, and then I'm just like, okay, well, I guess I'll just see how this goes, and yeah, it was very easy. I'm like, okay, well, since I've been kind of struggling here, I'll just go for it. So I got Ornstein, or I got a Smo's armor set, which looked ridiculous on my character because I made my character deformed. So I made him very skinny up top, but extremely wide on the bottom, which made the Smo armor look ridiculous. And the arms would just like sink into the armor. It was very funny looking.
That's awesome.
Looked kind of like a bowling pin.
I screwed up on the character creator in Dark Souls 2. And I was like, you know what? It's probably okay because it's going to be hidden under armor anyway. But yeah, I was going through the menu and I saw all the tabs and I was like, ooh, okay. And so I hit A to continue to the next tab, but then it just finished the character on the first page. And I was like, no, wait, go back. And then the game was already started. I'm like, well, I guess this is where we're at. Just got a name. I named my character and they're the default everything.
Wow.
It was so sad. Yeah, we've been having people drop like crazy. Do you want to exit? Go over to...
Yeah. Go salmon.
I've been betrayed too many times by people disconnecting.
Got trust issues.
Can you blame me for developing trust issues like this? For some reason, there are a lot of posts talking about welcoming new players. I'm like, why? What changed? What happened?
Maybe because of Christmas.
You'll probably break my heart again, but can you see if you have the name Detective? Let me check. Let me check. Wait, which menu is it in? Is it in? Wait, I can't access it from in here, can I? I can. Gear, tainted, titles. Is it the first one? Or is it the second one? I imagine it's the second one. Yeah, I do. Sorry, Sleepy. I have a lot of the titles, just not the one I want. Just, I want late night. That's it. That's all I want. But it will never give it to me. Oh, I've opened up a private room. Whoops. I want to, there we go, freelance with friends. I want to join. Hold up. Okay. Get in here. Get in here, Sleepy.
Yeah, I'm gonna send you the Abyss DLC cover versus the Berserk art. Still download.
I need to listen to the rest of this. This is amazing. I need to get it to pick up on, or I need to just play it on stream. You think I'd get copyright struck? Probably.
I doubt it.
The Virtual Toad Choir presents. Hey. Okay, here you guys go. Here's this beauty. Yeah, that is verbatim. That is very berserk. Okay, we can pause it. We don't have to listen to the rest of it. Yeah, so this is what Jacob was referencing. There's a Berserk cover, and the cover for the Dark Souls DLC looks like very similar pose. Oh no, I'm doxing the chat. But yeah. I mean, the director did say that he was heavily inspired by Berserk. Okay, let's do this. Looks like we get the new boss again. Wait, is that what your boss meter is?
Yep.
Okay, so does it just like change every salmon run shift?
I imagine.
That would make sense. That would be crazy if we had different meters and if they leveled up at the same time, we got the bosses at the same time. Oh no, not this stage. I didn't notice.
Oh, the old one.
Slightest cringe. Let's see the stage. Ooh, high tide. I love it. I'm just trying to go across, man. Where are you? Okay, I'll let you across. I'll stay on this side. Nobody else is. No! I thought it was out of range. By the time it popped up, that was a very sneaky guy. Whoa! how does this keep happening to me? I'm so good at avoiding Moz usually.
Don't push me out. Ah! I was in crab form, but the still just got to push me out to the water.
I got surrounded by what I think was 3 steel eels. It could have been 2. Okay, I have been no help.
Need 1 egg. There you go.
I put that egg in, baby. Oh, well, turns out it wasn't necessary. Somebody else put another one in.
You weren't necessary to save the day.
I knew it. I hate this already. Yeah. Honestly, every time we get this map, high tide is the
High tide on the
worst.
snap is
Living. Tossing some over. Dang it. You know, I think it's better just not go to the other side if you can avoid
usually.
it. As in, as long as there aren't fly fish just hovering over the opposite side, you don't need to go over there. Oh, it's high tide again. That's great. Oh, I love it.
That's what happens when you dip too much laundry detergent. High tide.
Why have we not said that before?
That's the newest slang word for 2000. High tide. I think that I would assume that is a horrible thing to do to your brain.
Yeah,
Almost with confidence.
almost.
Actually, I would say okay, with confidence. Well, it's not going to be good.
Whew. Don't know how that Moz did not get me. Uh-oh.
Live.
We did it. It's beautiful. Look at that. First attempt on this stage, we won all 3 waves. And every wave was high tide. Now that is an achievement. There's pretty much only one way it could have been worse, is if we got glowflies one of those rounds.
Oh.
That would have been. Or grillers.
That would. Yeah, that is maybe the worst way to go glowflies.
Yeah. What were you gonna say, by the way? Oh.
Oh no, that was. I think that was all I was gonna say.
Oh,
I was gonna say the weapon set is good.
Yeah, it's actually decent. There aren't any of them that I get and I'm like, oh, well, I'm gonna be useless for this round.
Like, Spoosh-O-Matic might be the weakest, but it's still good, like, they gotta get kills fast.
Yeah, I don't even know if I would consider it the weakest. Maybe. You might be right.
I mean, maybe for it situationally being high tide at one total. I don't know. They're all pretty good. Yeah, maybe I'd take it back. Maybe it's not good.
So I was gonna say maybe the Brella, but I mean it's a good shotgun, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think I could say it's the weakest either. And I think maybe the blaster, but then I'm like, no, the blaster's good.
They're all decent and situationally great.
Yes. Dang it. Okay. I did not do well that round, but you guys carried me.
I didn't do like excellent the last half. I at least eggs one.
Uh-oh. Oh.
Okay. Wait for those. Wait for the shinies. For the goldies.
Yeah. It's really smowy in here.
I was gonna call them flowies.
Here he comes. Yes. Shoot. No.
You don't want that over there.
Uh-oh. Got another egg in. It was worth it. Okay, I've got 2 crab
Boy,
tanks for this
yeah.
last wave.
That's a lot of eggs, but the fly fish
Yeah,
is down.
they're the worst. I went out across to the other side to try to get them, and I only got half of one before getting killed. Oh. Where the maws converge. There were 3 on the map.
Well, there's 3. I saw 2 at least. Did they make a Venn diagram? Did they make a Venn diagram?
Not all of them, but 2 of them did. A tri-Venn diagram. I actually don't know what the technical term it is for it when you...
3 circles.
Unless it's like Venn triagram or something. Heading off to bed? Okay, sounds good, Lee. Thank you for lurking. Thank you. Yeah, I guess I'll see your stream. Did you say Friday? Or did you say tomorrow? Baby was up a ton last night, so we're beat. Oh. That's tough. I hope you get a good night's rest then. It'll be tomorrow and Saturday. Oh, okay. Sweet. I'll see you tomorrow then. Have a good night. Thank you. Okay, we got this. We can get a boss this round, I'm sure, right?
Hope so. I want to fight that thing again.
Let's see. Oh.
Big Lid Dante from Devil May Cry.
Best boy. IMO. Okay, where's that big shot? Oh, down there. I was looking the wrong direction.
Okay, launch an egg to the center.
Okay. I'm here and ready to receive your eggs.
Okay, I knew the setup.
I added the possessive and it got worse in every way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. High tide? High tide.
Ooh, hold on.
Oh, dang it. I tried to jump onto the dang propeller platform. The wrong time. Between a steel umbrella and a hard place.
Okay, there's a lot of eggs over by the basket
Yeah, there's a lot of eggs over by the basket.
and the round.
Shoot, I don't, you know what? Yeah, probably ought to get over there.
There we go. You're good.
Shoot, yeah. Threw a bunch of eggs over, but turns out I should have just been over here.
All right. Woo!
Survived.
Good go around. Sleepy was putting in the work.
Thank you, Sleepy. Thank you. Medium tide.
I go full spicy tide.
It's the most dangerous tide, though.
Nothing else will tide me over.
Can't think of another pun.
And that barely was one.
I think it counts. It's wordplay.
Oh, no.
Trying to launch some eggs with the big shot, but it's being a bit difficult.
There we go.
Nice.
Get that boss.
Oh, I didn't even use my specials. Oh, dang it.
No boss.
That is disappointing.
Nova.
They're gonna add a boss at some point that looks like some sort of eldritch horror, and it'll be called the Boo Boss. That's right. I'm bringing up the Boo Boss again. It's been too long since they've been mentioned. Surely this time though, right?
Yeah, they have the hard shell, and you can only hit them when they poke out their little limbs or the head.
Oh, it's so gross. Back at
And then
100.
once they fill up enough, they tuck in, they go boop, and then the whole thing explodes.
Oh, a truly terrifying boss to behold. Uh-oh.
There you
Shoot. Quite make it in time. Oh. Sneaky scrapper. Nope.
go. Ah, there you go.
Oh.
And the 8 is not coming towards the basket. That was around. That was difficult. I should have. That was actually one where I maybe should have gone to the other side.
I was on the other side. I was throwing them across, but we just weren't getting enough fast enough.
Yeah.
Back up.
It got yeah.
Well, you better stick it out then for the Rizzler. Okay, that ended up going better than I expected. About halfway through, I was a little worried.
With the struggle.
The struggle
Low
is
tide.
real. Mid-tide. And the midness thereof was exceedingly great. Thank you. Shoot. Coming up the ramp behind you. Yes. Oh.
Oh, that was also a struggle.
No boss.
And no boss. No ball.
Oh, I felt like a little bit of an MVP there. The last alive saved everybody a couple of times. But my 8 count's probably gonna be abysmal. Dude, our random teammate is ticking me off. Oh no. Oh no.
Wow.
I can't believe we
God,
didn't get the
Arizona.
boss.
It's almost full. Look at him. He hungers.
But he hungers very little, you know. Or is he steaming because he's hungry? Is that how that works?
He yearns for the
You cut out there, and I feel like it's for the best.
I said he yearns for the egg.
Ah.
No, that's not that.
Yeah, it could have been worse. I heard he yearns for the, and then it cut
For
out.
the yeah. He is for his.
Man. I wish the rain boys were just a little less beefy. Some weapons, you can't kill them in one go, even if you're shooting at them right away when they flip over.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, come on. Give me a break. Takes so long for them to flip over.
Probably because they expect you to kill him with shooting back at him.
Yeah. But I feel like it's hard to be lined up correctly to do it.
Yeah. It's very circumstantial. Even ones sometimes where you're like, oh yeah, this is directly lined up.
Yeah.
But sometimes you do it, that little Minecraft achievement pops up.
Return to sender.
Yep.
Why did that stick with me so much? I feel like it was one of the first achievements I got, I guess, maybe.
Well, it was just the fact that every time you there was an update, all the achievements reset. So
Yeah.
You get the achievements a lot in Minecraft. I don't know if that's fixed now. That might be now, but for a long time,
I'm sure it's fixed now.
every time there was a new update, you got
You'd get
all the
all the
achievements.
achievements. Yeah. I remember that now that you mention it.
So whenever you hit back at a gas, you get the return to sender.
Pretty much every time you hit back at a gas,
Yeah.
because I think it's pretty rare
You do
that
it
you
every
actually have
so
to do
often.
that. Yeah.
But you do it often enough that it'll come up. You do a new update.
Wave 2.
I like that's all I have to say is little micro achievement pops.
And I'm struggling to stay alive for very long. Dude, all the missiles. There are 3 of them out and about.
One thing that does think about the tent umbrella is I know the ink and refill is very slow.
Yeah.
So this actually, that might be the worst one just because of that, of the set.
Yeah, I think you're right. What do we got? We got mid-tide.
Still got my special.
The mothership.
Okay.
We're landing on the other side though, which is annoying.
Okay. Boss. Boss. Boss.
It better be the boss. We're too hard for this, for it to not be the boss.
There's gotta be boss. There we go. Megalodontia.
Megalodontia. Fontia. Umbrella, eh? Oh. Oh my.
Figure.
Revenge. Die, Stinger. Oh no.
You launched me up. I don't know if I've ever had that.
I got killed on the edge. I didn't actually get launched, sadly.
There we go.
Uh-oh.
Trying
Where
to
is
save some. Oh, I was trying to save you. I think. Doesn't know where he went. Jolly Cow, or what her name is.
Too bad. Oh,
Six brawn.
man.
Six brawn.
They really are treating us to the bottom of the barrel. Feeding us the scum at the bottom of the dumpster. Get him off the freaking team. Was he that bad? I know he didn't do great. Do you get more clams than me, though? Okay, are we wrapping up for the night?
Yeah.
You'd rather kill the boss than
After
revive
you
us.
get tried.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah, he seemed like he did not have that combat awareness that we all have. That's right, I included myself in there. Lots of swapping for chunks, huh? Time to go to the general store. Snatch up everything I can. Early morning hope. I need late night, not early morning. This game, man. It's taunting me.
It is.
It's a scummy move. Still don't have the new Sniper Rider. Didn't have enough licenses to get it. Yeah, there are a lot of people saying hi new people.
New players leave while you still can.
I guess it is Christmas, but so it makes sense that there would be some player base jump, but yeah. It's kind of funny that seems to be the theme. Welcome fresh meat. Okay. Well, thank you guys so much for watching, and thanks for playing, Sleepy. I'm glad that we were able to at least fight the boss, even if we got really sucky drops for it, and our teammate kind of ruined it for us. But that aside, we got the boss. We got the boss. So, yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow, early afternoon probably, with some Trackmania maybe, and then some Dark Souls. Anyhow, I hope you guys have a good night. See you later.